Looking for a simple meeting team building icebreaker that you can deliver just about any time for any type of meeting? Try space counting. Space counting is a really fun and simple way to get the energy up in the room and get people active and laughing. This is a great icebreaker. It's a good way to kind of start a meeting in most situations. Start the exercise by asking your group to basically stand up and race to draw the numbers 1 through 20 in the air, basically drawing them in space. 1, 2, 3. By the way, when I give these instructions, I will typically ask for a volunteer from the audience to kind of race with me, just so it kind of gets the energy up in the room and it kind of shows people what we want them to do. So once the group kind of understands the instructions, let them practice going through the numbers a couple of times and then encourage them to try to get faster and faster every time that they go through the set of numbers. Then, after a few practice rounds, start a race. So basically, just give them a really quick ready, set, go. By having them race each other, basically what you're doing is getting them in the habit of drawing the numbers and doing it very quickly. However, the next rule that you give them are going to cause somewhat of a challenge. Basically, have the people in the group kind of partner with each other and then ask one volunteer from each group to go first. The first person will just draw the numbers as he or she has in the previous exercise. But the follower will have to trace the numbers that the leader draws. So basically, the follower is doing all of the numbers backward. So this is actually really challenging because the follower, we've trained that person now to draw the numbers already. So that person is going to have a really tough time keeping up with tracing the numbers backwards. They're going to want to do it the way that they've always done it, right? We've actually created that ingrained habit. So once you have the first partner draw the numbers and the second partner follow, then switch roles. Have the person who was following now be the leader, and have the person who was leading now be the follower. And it actually creates a lot of humor in the room. There'll be people laughing, and they're going to realize that it's not as easy as they thought.
20, done. Done.
So after you have both partners kind of do this, kind of stop, and it's a good time to kind of do a little debrief at that point. And one of the suggestions that I typically make at this point is I'll say, hey, just forget that you're drawing numbers. Just follow the person the way that he or she leads. And if you really want to kind of make it a little bit easier for them, what you can do is have them do the numbers in a different order. So especially if you only did like 1 through 10, they can pick, go from 3 to 7 to 4 to 5, that kind of thing. So make it to where if they're not anticipating what the number is, it's much easier to kind of follow. Now, you can do a lot of different types of debriefs related to communication skills or anticipating actions of our coworkers. So this is a really easy icebreaker to apply to a lot of different convention themes or group needs. I usually use this as a way to get people to see that once a habit gets ingrained, it's very difficult to break. So creating good habits early will actually lead to success early as well.